You have a really good idea of where your money is going, and that awareness is very powerful. But one of the real challenges is sticking to your plan and staying consistent. Because honestly, starting a budget, creating a budget, that's probably the easy part. Sticking with it is where most people struggle. If you found the exercise of looking at your expenses and seeing where your money is going a little bit uncomfortable, that's okay. A lot of people get a little uneasy when they see where they're really spending their money. Remember again, the goal is not perfection, it's progress. If you've already done some of the things that we've talked about in these videos, you're doing more than what most people actually do. And that's becoming aware of where your money is going and taking an honest look at your spending. Now it's time to stay consistent so that you can reap the long-term benefit of spending your money with the things that matter most to you. Most people start off strong, but life gets busy, they stop checking in, and they go back to their old habits of spending. That's why accountability is so important. Accountability is what is going to keep you committed to how you want to spend money. It's no different than going to the gym. Every January, thousands of people start a gym membership, and by February, they're done. They've canceled it. It's hard. Finances work very similarly. Consistent accountability is what's going to help you have success. I'm going to give you 3 ways to build some accountability into your spending plan. You remember those 2 categories that we talked about in expenses, fixed versus variable? Well, the first thing is to open up 2 separate bank accounts. Call one fixed and call one variable. All of those fixed expenses that are predictable based off of time and amount, you should have a really good idea of what that amount is on a monthly basis. So make sure that every month you put enough in that account to cover all of your fixed expenses. It's always a good idea to have a little bit extra just in case. Your variable expenses, you're gonna pay for through a different account. Remember, those categories change from month to month. They're a little bit less predictable in amount and timing. And typically, their variable expenses, you have a little bit more control as to when you pay for them. This one small change is gonna help you separate your expenses and help you track your spending a lot easier. Second way to stay accountable is to automate as much as you can. We wanna remove the amount of decision-making that you have to do when it comes to your money, especially when it comes to paying expenses. Since most of your fixed expenses are predictable, automate them. Set up those automatic payments so you don't have to think about it. Free your mental energy, your mental capacity for the harder parts of your budget, for the harder decisions that you're gonna have to make when it comes to your spending. The third thing you're gonna wanna do to stay accountable is to review your spending regularly. You're gonna wanna build it into your schedule. You've already done the hard work of categorizing all your expenses, so now let's keep it alive by checking in on your spending on a regular basis. Review your variable expenses weekly. Remember, that's where people tend to misspend. And review your fixed expenses on a monthly basis. These check-in reviews, they don't have to be lengthy. It's just a quick and easy way just to make sure that you're not leaking money out of your bank account in a way that you didn't expect. And when you do your review, I encourage you, don't just look at the numbers. Ask yourself thoughtful questions about your spending. Did I really need to buy that? Did this purchase advance me closer to my goal or further from my goal? Was there something wiser that I could have done with that money? By asking yourself these questions, it's gonna help you keep your budget personal and purposeful. There's one more key piece to accountability, and that's remembering why you're doing this in the first place. What is most important to you? We're not budgeting for the sake of budgeting. We're not reviewing expenses for the sake of reviewing expenses. We're reviewing our expenses and we're budgeting because we've said that there's things that are really important to us that we want to make sure that we achieve with our money. Again, maybe it's peace of mind. Maybe it's paying off debt. Maybe it's being more generous. Maybe it's just building a bigger sense of financial security for you and your family. Every time you check in on your budget and review your budget, check in with that why. Check in with that deeper purpose as to why you have decided to become more aware of your spending. That's what's gonna keep you motivated, and that's what's gonna continue to keep you committed to striving towards doing better with your money. And set goals along the way. And when you hit those goals, celebrate those milestones. Maybe you paid off a debt. Maybe you saved a certain amount of money. Rejoice in that. Rewarding yourself in small, meaningful ways is going to keep you committed to your financial plan. And let's be honest, making consistent, good decisions with money over time is hard, and it's worth being celebrated. Some months you're going to do great with your budget. Other months you're going to drift a bit. But as long as you keep reviewing, adjusting, and staying accountable, you are going to progress forward towards your goals. We don't want your budget to be a spreadsheet or just numbers. We want it to be a lifestyle. That is how you plan wisely and live confidently. If you've made it this far, you've probably done more than what most people have done when it comes to budgeting. At Plan Wisely, we help our clients clarify those things that matter most to them. We help them make decisions on how to put more money towards those goals. We help them stay accountable to the things that are most important to them. We help them set those objectives and those milestones to meet along the way. If you're interested in sitting down with one of our team members, just go ahead and set up a discovery meeting with us. We're committed to helping you plan wisely so that you can live confidently. Thank you for joining me on this 3-part series on budgeting. Now, get out there and take control of your money before it takes control of you.